So we saw Aaron Donald dominate, obviously, in the Super Bowl and last season, but I want to know where he ranks on your list. Top 5 most feared defensive players in the NFL. I can't tell from these silhouettes who you got, so why don't you give it to me, starting with number 5.
All right, let's go. Number 5, I've got J.C. Jackson, cornerback for the Los Angeles Chargers. And listen, this guy's an absolute ball hawk. He led the NFL in passes defended, second in interceptions last year. Adding him to that Chargers defense that has Derwin James and Asante Samuel Jr. on the back end, and now having Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa, there's going to be a lot of pressure on AFC West quarterbacks, and J.C. Jackson is going to take advantage of some of those errant passes that those guys are going to throw up. So J.C. Jackson, number 5. Checking in at number 4, we have T.J. Watt. Of course, we got to have the reigning defending sack champ for the last 2 seasons. T.J. Watt is an absolute game wrecker. He's the one that makes it happen. Doesn't matter if the guy is nicked up. He's going to play through those injuries, and he's going to find a way to get to the quarterback. Doesn't matter if he's double or even triple team. T.J. Watt is a go-getter, much in the same mold as his brother, J.J. Watt. This guy can absolutely get after it. Number 3, we got Myles Garrett. Let's stay in the AFC North. Myles Garrett, absolutely. The last 2 years, Myles Garrett has led the National Football League in pass rush win rate. This guy can absolutely flat out go. He's a freak show when it comes to his athleticism. The Cleveland Browns told him to stop playing basketball in the offseason. I echo those same sentiments when you're paying a guy over $100 million. But this guy can absolutely get at the quarterback, and he's going to be on a stacked defense that has playmakers on all 3 levels. So Myles Garrett, a guy that you definitely want to look out for. And quarterbacks, hold on to your helmets. Checking in at number 2. Super Bowl champion Aaron Donald.
What are we doing?
Number 2.
This is not number 1. Why is he at number 2?
He's not number 1. He's number 2. We're projecting what's going to happen in 2022, okay? But listen, this guy is a lock to make first-team All-Pro in 2022. Why, Shay? Because he's made first-team All-Pro the last 7 seasons.
Or he's an
absolute monster. He's got a 26.7% pass rush win rate against double teams. The guy won 55 pass rushes against double teams. The next closest guy in the National Football League only had 26. So he doubled up when it came to wins against double teams. Not only can he win one-on-one blocks, but he wins double teams as well, and he just won the LA Rams a Super Bowl. But checking in at number 1, we got Micah Parsons, that man from the Dallas Cowboys. Listen, there have only been 4 first-team All-Pro linebackers in their rookie seasons. You had Darius Leonard, you had Patrick Willis, and yes, one Lawrence Taylor. And this dude had 13 sacks last year and finished second in pass rush win rate. So this guy can flat out get after it. Doesn't matter if he's lining up on the line of scrimmage, off the ball as a linebacker. You got him dropping in coverage. Micah Parsons can do everything. He's the kind of guy that a quarterback is coming to the line of scrimmage and trying to identify where he's at, much in the same way of one Lawrence Taylor.
I know this about Canty because I've worked with him several times, that he loves Micah Parsons and what he brings to the table, but this is just downright disrespectful considering Aaron Donald is number 2 on this list and has a Super Bowl ring. Fowler, I hear you talking in the background and shaking your head. Please make sense of this.
It's blasphemous. That's the buzzword of the day. I mean, Aaron Donald is the only guy I know who gets triple teamed fairly consistently, and he still wins. And you saw what he did at the end in the Super Bowl. They called his name, go win the game for us. He does it.
Nink, what do you think of this nonsense?
Yeah, listen, I love the list. I think everybody on that list they're a tremendous, and they deserve to be on that list. But the number 1, number 2, I would go Aaron Donald, considering I just saw a highlight. He just posted something about his footwork, and he was doing ladder drills. His feet were quicker than a receiver or running back. It's insane. And he's right. You can get faster. You can get stronger after 30. So I do believe that he might be very, very scary for opposing quarterbacks and continue to be the most feared man in the NFL for years to come if he wants to. So I know after the Super Bowl, he kind of floated out there, well, we'll see if I'm back. He's going to be back. His feet are lightning quick. So I think that he is the most number 1 on my list. He would be the scariest guy, but I respect the list. I respect Canty's list, okay? But I would just switch number 1 and number 2.
So, wouldn't we all, Canty, defend yourself?
Listen, it's no disrespect to Aaron Donald. I mean, there's nobody that has the kind of career trajectory that Aaron Donald has in the history of the NFL, save Lawrence Taylor and Reggie White. So I'm not being disrespectful to Aaron Donald. But that man, Michael Parsons, as a rookie, had a case for Defensive
But
Player of the Year.
But a rookie.
Think about that. A rookie had a case for Defensive Player of the Year. Think about what his trajectory could potentially be. This guy could be the next Lawrence Taylor. We could be looking at it down there in Dallas. That's how versatile, that's how dynamic Micah Parsons is.
Ooh.
Go ahead, Fowler. What were you going to say?
If you're
Or Nink, go ahead.
No, that's great. I was just going to add, we're talking about best players. Aaron Donald is going to be the highest defensive paid player here fairly soon. The Rams and Donald are working on a new deal. This should get done. I'm told the ball is currently in the Rams' court to make it happen. Donald is sort of waiting, but two factors. You got Nick Bosa in San Francisco. We'll probably get a new deal soon. So Donald's going to have to be the highest paid defensive player by a reasonable cushion, maybe even 10 to 15%. And then the Rams also have Cooper Kupp. They need to adjust his contract too. So a lot of work to do right now in L.A.
Yeah, you mentioned Micah Parsons. I mean, and they're getting him on a deal essentially. You
No doubt.
You got to pay all these other guys big bucks. Nink, last word here. What do you got?
I was going to say, if you're Micah Parsons' agent, you're telling the Dallas Cowboys he is not an inside linebacker. He is a pass rusher. Move him the outside. But you see what these guys are getting as far as pass rushers. So for him to be inside off the ball, get him on the line of scrimmage. Get him after the quarterback because he's going to get paid.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.